There we go. Now you got to think of some kind of chance or something. So you can really get at it.
Black children lives matter.
No. There you go.
Kids can make messes, but black kids can't.
Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Come on, guys.
Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Black children.
Okay, then black children lives matter. Okay.
Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Kids can make messes, but black kids can't.
And here we are right there.
Come on.
Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Kids can make messes, but black kids can't. Now, black children's lives matter. 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 Black children's lives matter.
Black children matter.
Or black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
You already make a report about them, so go ahead and start video. You see?
Oh, right, Wes.
Hey.
Were you here yesterday?
I'm here protesting today.
Oh, wasn't that my question? Were you here yesterday?
I'm here protesting today.
Okay, but were you here yesterday?
I'm here protesting today.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is your name Miriam?
Yes, my name is Miriam.
Okay, then you were here yesterday.
I'm not answering your question. Do you have a problem right now?
I do. I was actually called here.
Okay.
Okay, because you guys are interfering with the business. And,
But that's our intention, sir, is to protest right here at this business.
okay.
That's our intention.
Okay. So they called us because you guys were apparently affecting their business, walking in.
My intention is to protest. We're not going to walk in that door, but my intention is to protest.
There's nobody blocking the entrance.
I'm just saying what we got called here for. Okay?
It doesn't matter. I have not walked in that door. I have not moved toward that door. I will continue to protest. My intention is to be here and to interfere in a protest way.
Okay. And that's perfectly fine. That's your first
I
time
know it
here,
is.
right?
I know.
Okay, but my issue is that an officer came here yesterday telling you that you can't be on the property, right?
They told me that we cannot be inside there. They did not want to serve us. It says kids eat free all month long, but they don't want to serve black kids because they said the kids made a mess. Now, what is your take on it? You're a white officer. Go ahead. What's your take? You're a white officer. Go ahead. What's your take?
What do you mean?
These are black kids that were denied to go in there and eat. And there was no mess. That's just how they turned the ice cream machine off on purpose. On purpose. 2 times in a row. And I didn't catch on the second night when they turned the ice cream machine.
It didn't work.
You have to let me talk because I know what to say. You have to just be quiet. Thank you.
My next question to you, you already talked to me. I assume you talked to me.
No, they didn't want to talk to me when I did call to talk to her. She didn't want to talk to me. So this is the best approach, is to get everybody in town to know how they treat. When they have an invite to kids, they said the kids made a mess. If you could have seen, we did video. There was not a mess. So we cleaned up the mess. So it was plain discrimination. But it doesn't matter.
So
I know my
let me throw an idea at you, okay?
Okay.
And I've been, before I worked here, I was actually in business, a corporation, just like, not this one, but obviously.
I tried all day calling the corporation. I called the owner at every one of his stores and he's not available. His name is Albert. I called him all day long. Trust me, I've been in contact with him. I am going to continue to call them because I don't think the owner realizes that they discriminate. I don't think he realized that. I talked to the Stockton store for a long time and told her what happened, and she said he doesn't like that. He's not approval of that. But in the meantime, they're here, they're workers, and they discriminate.
Okay. So, like you said, it sounds like you already went down that route, which is good. However, I think that's the most direct route. You can go above.
No, this is the most direct when you discriminate against black children. When you say kids can eat free here all year long, and then you say black children can't come here and eat. Okay, well, all January. When you say kids can eat here free, and then you say black children can't come in here and eat.
Well, I don't know what they said yesterday, okay? Obviously, you guys aren't in this place today, so that's good. So,
it's good.
However,
they took that opportunity for the kids to eat free.
So however, you have to understand that a private business is allowed to refuse.
That's what I understand, but it's wrong to discriminate.
I agree. So the best way to approach that would be to contact the corporate office, maybe go above the people you already contacted, right?
Well, I tried. There's no.
What's your opinion?
The manager refused. Come over here,
Maybe
baby. Hold
their
this
corporate
tight.
leaders can talk to the
manager.
region manager, right?
Okay, but the manager refused to give me any numbers, so I had to call every number that I could on the phone. I had to call every number that I had seen listed today to even find out the name of the owner, because the manager refused to give me any information. So I did a lot of phone calls, and I appreciate you sharing that information, but I did a lot of phone calls today.
Because what my experience is that usually when you contact the corporate office, that filters down, and then the regional manager, the property manager, or the manager on site usually has to answer for all that to the corporate as well as to you.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you're going direct to the location manager, go above them, go to the corporate
I did.
manager, the regional
I went to her regional manager, which is I have her name. I went to her all the managers of all the stores that this man owns. You know, because I don't think that he's aware of what's going on. I mean, she probably called him and told him last night, because she said, "Look, the baby's wasted ice. They're making a mess." Wasted ice. He fell and hit his head at the park. He's not my kid, but he's just, and he had a cup of ice that we got, and he had it on his forehead, and it did spill. You're getting mad about that?
Like I said, they're a private business. They can refuse service to anyone.
Exactly,
For
but you
whatever
can't
reason-
discriminate.
For whatever reasons they want, okay? And like I said, if that's what they did yesterday, your point may be valid. But like I said, the best option is to talk to the corporate office and go from there. Other than, like I said, you guys are completely fine doing this. Just don't go inside. Don't affect their route. You
So we don't plan on going inside.
I'm just letting you know the rules, okay? So you can't go inside because you've already been trespassed pretty much. So that'd be in violation of 602 PC, which is trespassing. Okay? I don't want anyone to get a ticket or get arrested for anything like that. Number two, you guys.
Given that we live in
Just
Seaside,
listen.
and given that Seaside has a percentage, I intend to do damage a different way.
Okay, and like I said, the second rule is that
I don't think they're going to be stand open
you,
too long.
you can't, and that's like I said, that's maybe the best option for your voice, right? To contact the corporate office. Second thing is that you can't block the exits or entrances. Okay, you can't affect the business that comes in. You can talk to
Do
everyone.
you know that I
you can
protest
talk-
all the time?
I'm familiar with you. I've seen you around.
So do you know I did the protest on the corner in 2015?
Last year?
2 years ago, and I talked to Dickey when she was the chief and learned what to do. And I will be getting familiar with your chief now, the new one from Dallas. I will be getting familiar. Do you know I know how to protest?
I'm just letting you know right now, okay? We got to call here on behalf of business, okay? I have no issues with you. That's why I'm not, I haven't been disrespectful to you anyway. I'm just letting you know the rules. So going forward, they know what to expect, and you guys know what to expect.
Right.
Okay? So everyone's on the same page, okay? All right? So please, if you guys can, don't block the doors. Don't affect any businesses going in and out. And we're all good, okay? You guys can do whatever you want to do. That's your First Amendment right.
Well, if people ask us what we're here for, we're going to talk to them.
And that's perfectly fine.
And we've had 5 people
just
ask
can't-
us why we're here.
And that's perfectly fine. You just can't block anyone from entering or exiting the
Oh, no,
store,
we wouldn't
okay?
do that.
And then just don't go in the store. Okay? All right, Miriam? All right, I'll go talk to them so they're all on the same page, okay?
They can't stop us from exercising our constitutional right. Come here, baby. Yeah, right here. Yeah, there you go. Stop it. Stop right there. Well, don't get in front of your brother. Come over here. Yeah, right there. Stand right there. Let me finish making another something. Right there. Got a late start. They mad. They're mad.
Mama, you could say show me.
I know you.
Racist, discriminates.
Where's Mama?
No, you Latino. And your wife. I know your wife. Are you still married?
No, white, I'm white.
Wife. No, I'm sorry. I
White,
apologize.
not white.
No. I mean, Samantha, you was married to, are you still married to Samantha? Oh, okay. I just happened to realize I know you. Oh, shoot. My bad, you're not white. I apologize. This is our new recruiter. We're working on recruiting this, right? For the city of Seaside. So he's getting new officers and everything. My daughter's trying to get ready to start after talking to him. So.
You could tape a nurse and sign to this, and then she can hold the stick.
Okay, I think so. I think that's a good idea. But I got to get some tape.
Yeah, hold it. Hold it.
So kids eat free, not buying anything?
No, not buying anything. You buy $10, at least $10 minimum, and the kids eat free. So they were very, very nasty about when we came inside, you know, to eat. But when we came in Sunday night, we bought $60-something worth of meals or food, 66, and they wanted to give us 3 kids meals. So I was letting them know, well, that we should at least get at least 5 kids meals, right? And so he was saying no, and then he gave us 4 kids meals. So then when we left, and I was trying to figure out how does that work, and I was like, so what? I thought you just have to spend up to $10. He said $10 per adult. So if I go in there and I buy $10 worth of food, we're gonna mess that up. Let me help that with that sign right
here we go. More information.
If I go in there and I buy $10 worth of food, then I can.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Okay.
You too.
All right,
Thank
God
you.
bless you guys. And if I go in there and I buy $10 worth of food, then what happens is, help her with that sign, Larita, so she can stay in place. What happens is, you will get a kid's meal for free, but
But does it have a disclaimer on there? Where's the disclaimers?
no disclaimers on there. Well, if it is, I said you can't read it.
1 free kids meal with $10 purchase per adult every day. So if you had 6 adults.
We had altogether it was 8 adults altogether.
Okay.
But when we first bought the meal, he was trying to buy a family pack. So he just decided to buy the 3 packs and put them together for the adults. And then he said that since we bought 3 of them, that they couldn't give us but 3 meals. But the 3 of them came to $50-something, and we bought something else, and it came to 66. Don't stand in front of
Now, did you have 8 adults in here, or 6, or how many, as well as the kids?
Yeah, we had. Well, there was the amount of kids in here were 10 kids in here.
Okay.
No, 9 kids were in here. Back up.
But you got at least.
So the amount of kids here. She can hold this. I don't have tape for it, but she can hold that up there with that, and it'll help her. And so the kids, the amount of kids that were there were a little bit more than the amount of adults that were there. Don't stand in front of the sign.
Okay, but plenty of.
But we had enough.
Yeah, plenty of adults
we went and
there.
bought another for my son and his girlfriend. Then we were getting 2 more kids meal, and they said, "You want more kids meal?" So they really didn't want to serve us yesterday.
Right. Well,
I was trying to ignore it as much as possible.
Yep. Well, and that's a deal right there. Apparently, everything that you buy is a one item, and so a kid should one kid meal from that purchase of at least $10 or more. Right?
And I bought my son and my daughter's kids meal. They had a Monday special, and that Monday special was $10.50. So I went and bought it for my son and daughter, and I asked for 2 more kids meal to go with that. Well, we had enough kids, we just didn't get enough kids meals. So anyway, they had an attitude about that, and then she didn't even fix the kids meal. And the first set of kids meal, I bought 4 meals, and I asked for, that was yesterday. You know, Sunday was when we did $66, and then we turned around and spent over $100. And so to make sure that every adult got the kids meal. But I went back yesterday. They seemed to be upset because we were there 3 hours, and as we were there, she said 3 hours. You were here 3 hours, and then you take a long time to order. And I'm like, she was yelling at me. And so when she said we were there 3 hours, and then we take a long time to order, and then I'm saying to her, okay, well that's at the beginning. But when I come back and forth and order something, then I expect them to come up and service me. So the whole time that I was there, one daughter showed up with her kids, and I went up there and ordered her something and paid for it with her kids. But I came in first. And I had 4 kids with me and 4 adults, and so I ordered it and paid for it. And then she came up with her kids and her friend, and I ordered something and paid for it. Then, this is yesterday, then my daughter-in-law and her friend came in, and she had her kids, and she had her kids, and I ordered something for them, and then ordered the kids' meals with it, and paid for it. When I did that on yesterday, then what happened is, as I was there, as I was going back to order the last group that came in before we were getting ready to leave, I went over there, and right here at the register, there's a bathroom right there. And where the bathroom is right there, the young lady that was so rude and nasty was standing there at the bathroom mopping the floors, and we were in there, like I said, we had to be in there over 2 hours. She said we were in there 3 hours. It doesn't really matter. We were buying something pretty much the whole time we were there, from the time we got in to the time we ended. And the girl came out the bathroom several times mopping it. You're mopping the bathroom 10 minutes, and there's a tiny little bathroom, and never asked me, do I need any help? Or can I help you? Or acknowledge me. So very disrespectful, very rude. And then when she came out of the bathroom, came away from the bathroom, the lady that was helping us in the back, I had to leave from here because kids came and said, well, the other lady's having her break, eating her food in the back, and go ask the other lady to help us, because she refused to help us. You know, so when she came out the bathroom, came around where the work area was, where the food and the service, she said, I need you, the lady whispered to her, I need you to help me with this order. And she walked back. And then she came back for something else. She said, I'm going to need you to help me with this order. So she was refusing to help with the order. Yeah, the lady was refusing to help her with the order, and then she finally came and stood. But then she started an argument with me. She started yelling at me, and then she started like telling me how long we had been here, and it had been too long, and we don't have a right, you know.
But you already paid for it.
I was trying to pay for that order right then.
Oh.
I had already paid for another order, but we paid for the first orders. 2 sets of orders we paid for, because I had my kids show up, you know. And she said, would you take a long time to order? And then, so I asked them to start videoing. And so, and then not only do you take a long time to order, you know, then you change your order. Well, no, you change it. When I say add a kid's meal to it, then they don't add the kid's meal to it. So I have to tell them, okay, that needs to be with a kid's meal. The reason we came here is you're inviting kids, and the kids noticed it. Where's that kid at? My kid noticed that they're inviting kids, you know? And so we came here because they're inviting kids. And the kids said, Mom, kids eat free. So,
Right, for the whole month? How can you,
month of January.
of course you're gonna, you don't expect people to use it by advertising that? I mean, really? Apparently, it
Well,
might
they
be a
don't expect black
franchise that
kids. If you
they're...
notice, there's not black people that come in here, so they're not very nice to black people. Period.
Really?
Yeah, when I was here yesterday, no one even came in the door. So,
Wow.
so you know, white kids are welcome. It's the black kids that they don't want in there. You know, they don't want, I guess, a variety of kids. I mean, even those Latino kids are sitting in there right now, and they just don't want the black kids in there. Because we were the only black people that were in there with kids yesterday. And the day before, we were the only black people in there with kids the day before, you know. And we were here the Sunday before, the only black kids that were in there with kids. We didn't have any kind of problem, but this Sunday and this Monday, they turned the ice cream machine off on us. So I was at that thing paying for my order and ordering my stuff, and I had asked her, I said, if I buy a sandwich, can you get a kid's free meal with that? And so she said yes. But then when she made my whole order and charged me for the sandwich, then she turned around and said, oh no, you have to buy something else. Your sandwich don't count. But she had charged me for it. I said, can you refund that and then give me, and I'll pay for one of those 10-50 meals? Then she complained about that. You know? And that was a problem. But I asked her ahead of time, can you help me out? Can I buy, if I buy this? Because, you know, I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. And so I didn't see the fine print of the writing. I was letting them explain it to me. you know, because of course I can't see it.
No, well, that's fine. Okay, so I gotta go in a couple minutes, but any other parting shots?
No, mainly that the kids, they called the cops yesterday. They said, I'm gonna call the cops. I said, well, go ahead. I waited there until the cops came, and they told the cops that the kids make a mess when they come in here. Well, we cleaned our mess on Sunday night. Well, we cleaned off the table, put it that way. We didn't leave nothing for them to clean up on the table. And we cleaned up, my daughter cleaned the floor last night before she left out. And she left out of there maybe a half an hour before us, and we were just sitting there talking, and then I went and ordered the last food, and then we were getting ready to leave. So, you know, the whole thing is that these kids are not welcome. I felt the uneasy vibe when we came in on Sunday. I felt it when we came in on yesterday. They're just not welcome. Our family are not welcome. And I usually don't see black people, and it's usually, I've never seen this many people. I've been here every night. My kids, the book club sells candy in the area.
Was it maybe a shift change, like a different?
Yeah, it was a certain girl that had an attitude.
Days?
She was the one that called the cops on me because the other girl told her, no, don't call the cops. You know, that's all right. I'll call the manager. So, but she chose to call the police. So it was another girl that was being really nasty, young lady, but really rude and really nasty. Very nasty and very disrespectful, and she was the one ignoring me the whole time. She refused to give me any service, any good customer service. When she did, she was talking snappy and short, and she was like basically and she told me not to eat here, to leave, don't spend my money here. You know, so she really, it was like she was the owner's daughter and just really didn't care. So this place really needs to be picketed. This place really needs to be protested, because for her to tell me that, like, we don't like you, we don't want you here, she just didn't say those words. She just told us, leave, don't eat here. You know, and she just, because I was saying, well, you're in the bathroom right here, and you don't even acknowledge me standing there. You don't say nothing to me.